Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Reality with DVD. How you doing? Come on in, like, comment, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell button. You will be notified when I upload a video. And this is going to be my episode recap of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. What can I say about this episode? It was kind of eye-opening, but kind of weird at the same time. I felt some kind of way, and then I didn't feel some kind of way. I think it was the lingering idea that I knew that Miss Marguerite had passed away. It felt kind of gloomy to me, and then I guess I felt the death of SHAMEA and PORSHA's relationship. So let's get right on into it. The episode opens up with Charles and Angela. I guess I felt like it was the depth of their relationship as well. Yeah, I don't like y'all. Now, let me just say this. As a basketball fan aficionado from back in the day, in the early 90s and the 2000s and, the 80s, I guess I could say I just truly enjoyed basketball during his era. And Charles, he always was, like I said, he was always, and if you watch my videos, you know that I always felt like he was out there as a player. I mean, he wasn't somebody that I liked. I mean, you could be on a team that I like, and then I don't like you. So he was none of the above. I wasn't ever crazy about the Knicks. I wasn't ever crazy about the Bulls. And then he was there. But he was there with the Bulls during that era where Detroit was the bad boys, the real bad boys. So we didn't really see him act a real fool till he got with the next child. I wonder who has more technical files, him or Bill Lambier. Anyway, the point is, I don't expect him to be a kind person. This man has zero emotions for his wife, and it is embarrassing. I hate to see it. They're sitting out there in the most romantic place it could be. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I was so embarrassed for Angela, a beautiful woman, sitting up here putting up with that shit because she could say, yeah, I got me a basketball player. But she said that's their love language. He's always on other people's sides when she get into it with somebody on the show, which is also embarrassing. Then they get into the confessional and she's telling him they asking him how much does he love his wife, and he's sitting up there looking like, what, huh? Then she say, be by my side for once, and he's like, I'll be behind you. I mean, sitting behind you. I mean, everything to me is all you can do to just say, just fuck this money. Fuck whatever he's doing for my family. I'm out. I can't, y'all. That is why I'm by myself. I know it. It's got to be, because I cannot see myself dealing with no bullshit. I cannot. I'm too old. Even when I was young, I didn't put up with bullshit. Y'all, that's why I'm telling y'all. I know I said this before, but I'll tell you again. My longest relationship was 3 years in my life. I'm 50. And my girlfriends used to pick at me, and I used to be embarrassed. I used to be like, why can't I hold on to a relationship? I know why. Because I didn't put up with the shit they put up with. As teenagers living in this little small town in Mississippi, them girls were getting their damn asses beat, knocked upside the head and everything. That wasn't for me. That was never for me. My daddy always told me, I don't put my hands on your mama. You better not let nobody put no hands on you. That's stuck. That's stuck on the brain. And people always talk about how women have so much influence on you. These male-centered minded women who are taking up for Diddy, I can't see it. That would have never been my mother or my father. As far as the men go, my daddy if my daddy was alive today, he would hate Lil Boosie. the thing that he hated the most about relationship was men putting their hands on women. I don't know what it was about my daddy in that, because he grew up in a time where it happened. I guess because his father didn't do it, but you know, his dad died young. I mean, I think my grandfather was in his 40s when he passed, but I know he didn't touch my grandma. He'd have a cast iron skillet upside his head. But he wouldn't have done that anyway, because they say I don't know him, but they say my granddad was a great man, kind, gentle, sweet as he could be. And these men that lack affection on these shows, I don't know what it is, because I know that he is in the same generation with my dad. And most of these guys grew up with fathers in the home. And what was they telling them? All they would tell them, just don't be gay. You can treat your woman any kind of way, but don't be gay. But as long as you take care of home, you can go out there and cheat and do whatever you want to do. But I don't care what you do. And don't show these women no affection. Don't show these women no love. You better not do that. That is the only thing that my daddy did that pissed my mama off, because he told her that when they got married, that she wouldn't have to work. And that was the only thing different that he do than child. My mama talking about, he came up in there talking about some 2 weeks later, talking about some, here go you a newspaper, I see somebody hand. She's like, no fuck. Y'all, look. My mama grew up in a time. I mean, you know, they raised us in a time where women work. In the 80s, bringing home the bacon and frying it up in a pan, that was them. So I know she didn't think she was going to get away with sitting at home. Oh, boy, my mama told that story that crack me up. But anyway, so she's acting like she's above it all because she bought her mama this house. And nobody's supposed to be able to get into it with her or her children because she's the one funding the home. That's a lie. That is a lie. That's just like with me. And I tried my best. When I wanted to pledge, and I got into one of the girls that I had sworn that I was going to pledge the sorority to. And we got into it, and I was like, she definitely ain't going to vote for me. Then I said, fuck it. I'm going to go for it. I told her ass off. Do you hear me? And it felt good. It felt good. So I can see where Alicia's coming from. I think I read, I don't know her name. Let me clarify. Alleged. I read Angela's list, and it looks like she said Alicia, but you know, she asked Charles how to handle. He said run. Telling her to run from her family. I don't spend a little time on Charles and Angela. Either she gonna go or she gonna stay. And I just prefer if she go. I cannot stand this man. This motherfucker need to be single. Okay? He still got that young school NBA mindset. He coaches still too. Baby. Oh, nope. I could not. So then we get a scene with SHAMEA and Cynthia. So it looks like Cynthia is growing into her face. Because she looks better in this scene. She looks like her old self. And I don't mean Cynthia shouldn't be aging, because damn, Cynthia damn near 60 years old. I'm 50, so she got to be damn near 60. She was 57 a long time ago. I think probably like what, her second year on the show? Child back. But anyway, SHAMEA has a heartwarming scene. Why can't SHAMEA dress, y'all? I hate the way SHAMEA dress. I hate it. Anyway, so she's telling her about the relationship with PORSHA and how, and which is the what generated PORSHA's response about talking about Miss Diane. She really technically didn't say anything about Miss Diane. What SHAMEA did, what I didn't like, was that she gave all the blame to the other ladies. She didn't want to take ownership for just telling them. That would be like how I do my sister. Okay? My best friend. I don't talk about my best friend to anybody but my sister. I don't. And here's the thing, y'all. When I do say something about her, and I'm just talking like, if I say so, because me and my best friend, we get into it all the time. We both Scorpio. That whole thing about thinking you're going to live in Shangri-La with your best friend, it don't work between us. We all got the time. So if I'm being to my sister about my best friend, baby, when I say tell you, I don't want to hear my sister say anything bad about her. I'll be like, I'm doing the talking. It's just like if she was saying something about my sister. Vice versa. I won't want neither one of them talking about each other, but I'm talking about them to the other one. I'm doing the talking. You don't say that. So I think that's the mentality that that SHAMEA had. But PORSHA don't have that same mentality. And so it comes to the forefront that the parents used to be friends. And like I said, deep down in my spirits, I believe that it's overdue. The question is, which man is it? Did Dixwell Dollars die? Sleep with SHAMEA husband? I mean, SHAMEA mama husband. I believe if she did do it, I believe it was before the marriage. Whatever it was, it broke them up. And nobody could come up with anything other than it was an affair. Also, I can see a situation. I think I said this. I can see a situation of SHAMEA mama having Mr. Hosea Hines Williams first. And that's making sense because he was famous. And they both went for the same dude. And he picked Dixwell Dollars Darlene. And then the people like Dixwell Dollars. They really like SHAMEA mama. Because if you know, like I know, you'll know if you watch Family Matters that Liz don't like Dixwell Dollars. So in SHAMEA's mind, she's telling Cynthia that it was the girls coming to her, pumping her head up like, you know, PORSHA, you're PORSHA's friend, but she's not your friend. Yes, but you gave information to guide them in that direction, whether you know or not, and I think you know it. You was like, yeah, well, I was like, girl, she came to your wedding. She came to your birthday party. I was like, yeah, she did. And she didn't come to my wedding, y'all. So you dry emoting. It's sort of like dry begging, but you kind of trying to pull people in for emotional support. Or when you say, they said, girl, she didn't even know that was you on that tape. And Cynthia, I didn't say anything. I didn't say nothing about that. You're not all the way innocent. I'm just going to tell you. And for you on this show right now at this point, you haven't shown up for me, in my opinion. So the next thing we have Kelly at that unfinished restaurant. I bet that restaurant looks just like it look on this damn picture. Move right along. Ain't nothing to discuss there. And I'm just going to tell you like I told the rest of them. Now we get I found out what her snot come from. You remember that boy that Hilda used to hit in his nose? Cause he be breathing over her shoulder. Cause his nose was like that. That's Britt. Oh, Hey Honor. So Hey Honor is Ashley Darby. And then you got another character from Hey Honor, which I never knew the little snot boy's name. All I knew was Helga hit him in the face. Because he was breathing over her shoulder. And he talked with a nasal, like he had nasal drip in his throat all the time. That's Brett. So Brett getting ready to go to Napa Valley. Nothing to see there. Moving right on along. See how this episode going and flowing? So we have Cynthia again, once again, trying to garner peace. And, you know, Cynthia has already told SHAMEA. She just don't see it. She don't see where PORSHA would have ever tried to keep her out of the group, regardless as to what the other ladies may be relaying to her. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. When I say I don't know about something, that means I really want to comment on it, but I really don't, because I don't know about it. So I don't want to throw out no accusations on it. But anyway, they go bowling. PORSHA has on a cat suit, and she decides she want to shake that ass like a salt shaker. Shake that ass like a salt shaker. Throw that ass on a circle. Throw that ass on a circle. So she throwing her ass on a circle. They playing ball, they bowling, and once again, most of the conversation is about SHAMEA. So she's saying that, you know, she just don't have the bandwidth to, you know, be fighting with SHAMEA when she has these things going on with Simon Gabati yada yada yada. So she tell this story again, y'all, a story that she already told. That's what makes me know that PORSHA is shallow. She's shallow. She's shallow. She don't even realize that she in her 40s that she told that story again. Me and Pillow was in the bed, and she's like, "Where's Pop? Oh, he's gone to work. Well, Mama, he been gone too long, so I decided I was gonna text him, and he left me on red." Now, didn't we hear this on the first damn episode or the second episode? First of all, this ain't a good day. This is how I end up being late on my film. Shit like this. I come outside to get in my car studio, shout out to Rocks, and somebody mowing the damn yard. Inside, my big mouth ass kids. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is last week of school. So they'll be here running my minutes up where I can't where I'm begging them to be quiet and they still loud, and then I have to come out to the car studio and every day it's gonna be somebody on the damn street mowing. But anyway, after that scene, you have a scene with Drew riding down the road, minding her own business. Then we find out that Ralph, aka the dude from the past, PASS, the movie that she was in, except for this real life, Ralph egg-headed ass has ownership, partial ownership of her LLC, y'all. He owns 40% of Drew Sidora LLC. So what she tried to do was get him, you know, off her LLC and open up another. So she got this fantastic lawyer who tells her what to do. Y'all, if this ain't the past mixed in with Martell and Melody, I don't know what it is. You have these two obsessive ass crazy men that think they supposed to be involved in your stuff, and then some kind of way worm their way into getting your stuff because you married. Drew, I blame your mom. Their religion gonna mess all y'all up, stirring up y'all finances and what's not, and thinking a man should lead and then let him dip off in your pot. Then this egg-headed fool done come up from the basement, change the codes. She get ready to come in the house at 1 o'clock in the morning and can't get in. Then he enters in through his entryway down to the basement and lets her in after she tries to get a hotel. Ain't that about a bitch? You got me fucked up. Drew, you don't. Do you hear me talking to you? I don't care how many assets we got together. I will tell the judge, I ain't staying upstairs with this motherfucker no more. He could have this shit. And I know that's where a lot of us women go wrong, because we get fed up. But never again. He won't ever get a chance to like me out no more. Drew, you make enough money off this shit to get you a small apartment until this shit settles up. And then with you having the kids, I'm pretty sure that you can get the house up by his punk ass, egg-headed ass out of it. Because this right here, this ain't working. Then his ass is petty. Talking about your mama on land. That Negro is 14 years old in the fucking head. Then you have enough nerve to say, well, I'm paying for everything. He ain't paying for no child support. He makes good money. How the fuck you know? He made good money. I probably off your LLC. Where's the rest of his money coming from? Nigga ain't got no job, Tommy. And I said what I said. Then we get the next thing. We have, Miss Marguerite. And Miss Marguerite said, you're not gonna control me. I got my own life. I'm the one who's gonna, I got my own life. I'm gonna make my own decision. And if I wanna call your daughter a demon, I could do it in my own house with my control. I know that's right. Well, I spent over $400,000 on Mama's house, and I just want to take care of Mama. And since my sister got into it with my daughter, I just felt like I had to say something to her, and me and my sister ain't talking no more. Mama say, look, now, if you gonna lord over my head, that I'm letting your kids stay with me. And she's supposed to come in here every time she come here and reminding me that my mama's the one about this shit. I'd rather move out and take my child, even though she grown, with me. Then she say, well, I got into it with Charles. Charles talking about my child. Charles say, you don't like to clean up. And I had to get him real straight. But he is my son in love, even though we the same age. You better get it, Mama Angela. Oh, I wish I could have got to know her more. I loved her from the moment she walked in that door. Oh, she's so much funner than all the other moms that's been on this show. Then we get a scene with Drew and her mom, because she done came down from Chicago and she ain't playing about her baby no more. She's talking about how the kids disrespecting her and Drew and what's not. And she ain't had it. However, the judge is not considering the kids, not considering how their behavior has changed. And she said, Mommy, I didn't know, Mommy. No, you didn't know. Especially since y'all supposed to be hiding this divorce from these damn children. How? How, Sway? Either them children got tablets or either they got iPad. And probably both, because y'all rich people. You cannot tell me that I ain't mixing this shit together. And again, I blame your mama for your submissive ass attitude. And that's how come all up in that Bible, leading y'all astray, running amok, being led astray. Because if that Bible was true and things in it were true, then households that are being led by men when need no women input. When a man is leading the household, things run astray. If a woman does not say anything, and then they get that other little speech about that, but I'm the neck though. Nope, the head can't move without the neck. No, a man's head or his neck can't move without a woman. If y'all married and he the damn head of the household, he be out buying damn golf clubs every day, letting the damn bills go, cause he want to go play golf. I just fucked up. And he supposed to leave. Why? Cause he got dick swinging. Child back. That's why you could tell the people that wrote the Bible were men. And If you really listen to the Bible like you supposed to, Miss Drew Mama, you ain't even supposed to be pasteurized. If you really want to know the truth. Then she say, Mommy, I'm so glad I have you. And she said, I know, baby. And then she said, Mommy, you gonna live forever. And she said, well, when I'm dead and gone and I'm at the pearly gates, I'm just gonna be like, I hope that everything is good for my babies. That's all I want. Oh, Mom, you gonna live forever. No, she ain't. She'll live forever in your heart. She'll live forever through you and your children. I'm not playing about death because my mama's gone on the glory, but I'm just saying. We got to be realistic about this thing. So, y'all, when I tell you I want to choke the shit out of Britt and Kelly, why are they still on the show? Already they need to go. Well, Kelly does for her input on stuff, but Britt has nothing, absolutely positively, nothing going on since her and Kenya. She was planning on, I see right now, and this is the truth, she was really planning on making Kenya her story. She is as a bigger flop as PORSHA is. Then, y'all, that girl went round there and went driving. See, that ain't country enough. Cause if Kelly had any good sense, she wouldn't put her on the main highway. She would have taught her daughter like my dad taught her. Back roads only. You get everything you need on back roads. And when I say back roads, I don't mean back roads like side streets in the city. I mean back roads like dirt, mud, gravel. Baby, if you can't learn how to park and move in gravel in a car and stop at stop signs, it was not on a country road. Then you don't need to be behind the wheel. Cause that's where you get your grass grits at right there. Only thing missing on a country road with dirt on it and gravels is a stoplight. And you can get your stoplight education riding with your mom and dad. I said what I said. Now let's get on to PORSHA and SHAMEA. So now PORSHA's oblivious. She don't have no idea that she and SHAMEA are having issues, even though SHAMEA is that apple not falling too far from the tree, according to Dix for Dollars. So drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all think. I think this is it, and this will always be it for me. And I know I've heard other people say it, but I'm looking at it from the perspective of a, someone who studies psychology. I just really feel like Dix with Dollars thinks that SHAMEA somehow stole PORSHA's life. And that, the show was the only thing that PORSHA had over SHAMEA. And now she's on the show too. And she just like impeding on PORSHA's territory in her mama's opinion. And PORSHA, I heard SHAMEA say, I always want PORSHA to win. And I invited her to things that I know she ain't qualified for. She didn't say that, I did. But like being on radio, singing the Star Spangled, PORSHA didn't have no business out there singing that Star Spangled Banner. And you know and I know. No more business than I did. Or Shaka Khan. But I'm seeing this from a psychological standpoint, and I just cannot think of what would be that other than, and they think that, and PORSHA fans think SHAMEA is jealous of PORSHA. Dear Shamea, you do not handle Portia with care. You handle Portia with kid gloves because you know she is an emotional manipulator. Moving right along. So she tells her, when you do little petty stuff like talking over my music, I don't say anything right then, bitch, you should have. Because right then I would have said, look, bitch, you know damn well you know my voice. You remember when we were singing the national anthem? And people say I sounded better than you. Same thing here. Same premise apply. People could tell our voices apart. Now, Portia, you did sigh as if you were bored. I'm trying to look at this from a two-way perspective because I don't like neither one of these chicks. I used to like SHAMEA, never liked Portia, but I like SHAMEA better than Portia until she became a housewife, and I saw her trying to ride with Portia to her detriment. And so now here we are. Now you feel like you didn't get what you gave, or you didn't invest. You didn't get a return on your investment. Well, Portia never had your back like that since you have been on this show. So even when you were a friend of the show, she let other people drag you. So what was you expecting? A different outcome this time? Because you are now with a husband, with children, as Kelly said. You are the housewife. You are the Beaumont Bar. You have you have shared things. You have the child, the money, the clothes. Oh, not the clothes. Why the hell did I say what Kelly said? When I tell y'all, when I watch my analysis of watching Andy Cohen and Kelly interacting, it was quite uncomfortable. She talking as a first-year housewife to her boss, and him talking as a boss to a first-year employee taking up for a veteran. Y'all didn't see that? Y'all didn't see every time he asked Kelly her opinion about the relationship between Portia and SHAMEA, and Kelly would say that I think SHAMEA's her friend. Oh, no. They sisters. Well, here, you can have a break with the sisters because this right here ain't working out in their favor. I'm just saying. Well, let me put up my church friend of SHAMEA. They didn't just bring up things in the past that happened. They saw how she moved on this show since y'all been on the show together. You riding for her when Kelly said, why you let her sleep with that man, that lady husband? And then her on the back end coming up, riding up late to your birthday party. They saw some things. Y'all don't really interact on this damn show. Y'all don't really film together like that. So people see that. Child, let me tell you, speaking of filming like that. Ooh, why does it seem like Drew is on a different show? Even though she films with, Angela every now and then, and Cynthia, it just seems like it seems like, how like when Three's Company spent off the Three's a Crowd? This is what it's feeling like, in my opinion. Like, this is almost like it's one show, but now we're trying to make a spinoff. I don't know if I like it too much. Was Drew in any scenes with any other rest of the ladies this episode? Maybe that's... Okay, back to the table scene here, so I get the hell off of here. I'm here trying to possibly establish a friendship. SHAMEA, what are you trying to say? Are we on the verge of being not friends anymore? Yeah. Yeah. And it ain't got nothing to do with the show. It's got everything to do with how you move, bitch. You couldn't have ever been my friend from the beginning. But it might be again, it might be psychological. Like I said, at times when I tell my best friend, now we are in the same position as them, and we're older, and we've been friends longer. Not just because we're older, but because we also started earlier. We started in the 3rd grade. But baby, when I tell my best friend that I can only take you in small doses, she'll send me a text thread for your mama's ass. And then I say, okay, that means I'm done. Small doses is just what I mean. I will call your ass when I'm ready to converse again. Okay? And sometimes I feel like she can only take me in small doses because she cannot stand when I get smart. Well, there are things about your personality that I don't gel with all the time either. I'm the queen of sarcasm. I was born that way. Baby, I was just born this way. Back to the show. All I'm saying, shout out to Teresa Giudice, is that I can relate. That's all I'm saying. Don't y'all love when the Italians put S's on stuff that don't need S's? You's pissing me off right now. I love it. Now this right here is weird. I'm loving that SHAMEA is getting things off her chest, right? And she said, well, do you know how that makes me feel when you come to me and you tell me things like what Dirty Dicks for Dollars say about me, like the apples don't fall far from the tree, stuff like that. And I know you talking about my mom. Now, in my opinion, listen to me, y'all, listen to me, Linda. It sounds to me like Dicks for Dollars Darlene had put down SHAMEA and her mom more than SHAMEA's mom and SHAMEA has put them down. But you the one coming to the damn internets. I'm confusion. Cause then you running back telling SHAMEA what your mama saying about her. I mean, that can't make her feel good. But now she's better than I am because she go around Dicks for Dollars. My best friend mama. 2 fingers. No, 4 fingers. 2 on each hand. I fuck snot. And it just so happened that her name is Maggie too. Shout out to Miss Marguerite. They call her Maggie. 4 fingers. I don't fuck with that lady. When I was younger, I tried to meet her halfway. I tried to understand what her issue was with me, and then I just quit. Sometimes the fuck you just got to quit. Not just the friendship, because I mean, this whole friendship right here is me and my best friend. When I tell you I can relate to this whole situation personally, the mama got into it. We stayed friends. Me and her sister got into it. We stayed friends. We get into it. We still friends. But that mama, see, because when our mamas got into it and we stayed friends, that was different. Like SHAMEA said, that don't have nothing to do with me and PORSHA. But when she stayed on me, even as a grown-ass woman in my 30s, I was like, no, I can't do it no more. Dog, I almost said, I always do that. I almost say my best friend name because I always say, tap, tap, tap. Girl, I can't deal with your mama. I'm good. Girl, come down here. I mean, I'm in town. My friend lives in South Carolina. She come to town. If she don't come to my house, we don't see each other. Because I'm not ever gonna darken her mother's doorstep again. She don't have to worry about me. Because when I go into that lady's house, I feel the puffy energy. I feel like an incubus is in there, sucking all my damn good vibes. And that's just what SHAMEA gonna have to do. Now let's get back to the show. So, PORSHA said, you want to argue. I want to argue. That's what my mama said. That's what she said about you. I don't say those things about you. But when your mama say evil things about me, you listen to her, and she's coming from a perspective of what happened between whatever that was. It happened between her and mama. But mind you, the mornings is praying. Wow, they praying. PORSHA and Dixon Dollars are praying as well. But not that kind of praying. Not the A praying, but the E praying. Looking for their next victim. I'm just saying. If you know, you know. Oh, snap. Now, this fourth wall already broke. Just in case y'all didn't know. And so, SHAMEA says, well, treat me like you treat me when we're off camera. And then, but you think that you should get paid more to treat me that way. See, another thing is, okay, well, we can film in SHAMEA's house. So, PORSHA ain't really been over there like that. That could have been a solution. And we can't film in Simon Gubadia's house at all. So, how come? Oh, well, she ain't welcome at Dixon Dollar's house. Okay, well, this makes sense. Because they, like I said, not enough scenes together. But I can see why. I mean, then Mr. Vernon, well, then again, what his name is? Gerald. Gerald might not want PORSHA's ass in his house. I would. See, you want to argue for the show. PORSHA saying, bitch, you trying to make a scene off of me. Nope. She frustrated with you. I would be too. Our friendship was already strained before we started filming. I don't need you coming at me acting like Simon Gubadia. Well, she didn't say that. I did, but you know, I had to have my own shush. Now, PORSHA is feeling. First, she was feeling with the silverware. Now, she feeling with a phone. This is scary, SHAMEA. This is scary to me that you have allowed the show to make us have this argument. I got too much going on. No. Again, she's telling you that you're dismissing her feelings. Are you listening? Can you hear her? The solution to our problem is for you to treat me the same way you do off camera. That's all I'm asking. We're both on equal playing field now. It's different, isn't it? Well, we've been trying to tell you that, fool. She don't want to share the spotlight with you. You don't get that. You just not seeing it. Then this idiot gets up and walks to the bathroom like she just about to, all her emotions just about to get let out off in the bathroom. Boy, when I tell you that this woman, or whatever this is, cannot handle conflict, because I need to take out the word woman. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. You're an adult. You can handle this. Bitch, no, you can't. Dixon Dollars has taught you one thing, and that's how to get Dixon Dollars. And there's nothing else that you know. Everything else up in that head is fucking empty. Now, when I see you on your podcast show type thing, and I give it to you. I see you interact with your daughter, and I'm impressed. But nothing else about you impressed me. You're not a good friend. The only reason why you a good daughter is because y'all the same person. And you're not a good sister. What do you do well? I mean, between interactions with friends. And the reason why, and I'm going to tell y'all, in case y'all haven't picked this out, the reason why she interacts so well with Phaedra is because she don't have to go deep with Phaedra. Phaedra is surface as well. So two surface bitches together. Notice these two, if I can recall correctly, other than Phaedra calling her dumb and what you call that? And confessional, these two have never had conflict in the group. You know why? Because they don't go deep. She don't have to have any confrontations with Phaedra. They shake the booties at the moon. Yeah, that was what my mom and her sister used to do to bring good luck. That's like just shit that they done told me. But that's neither here nor there. They shake the booties at the moon and at each other and at men, and that's it. Embarrassing. How the hell did this video get 45 minutes? I don't know. Maybe because I was talking about my own personal stuff. But anyway, I have to make y'all relate. So what did I do exactly to make you get up and walk away? I feel like I can't really express myself to you when you get up crying like that. I know, I'm just doing the best I can. I'm open. Let's get our food. Go. So there she go calling this little fucker again. This grown ass woman. I know you fragile. And I understand that you fragile, bestie. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to handle our friendship with care. Bitch, no. She needs to hear it. She's not 5. And that's another problem. Y'all treat her like she's 5 years old. That woman 82 years old. The fuck? Now this bitch is trying to act like SHAMEA is acting. I want you to find enough space in your heart to treat me like I'm a damn human and not dismiss my feelings. SHAMEA, you know this woman. She don't have it. She's not capable. What the fuck? You don't get that? Everything is about PORSHA. She knows that you're going through this IVF training. Issue or whatever. And the thing with your baby. She know all of this. But in this conversation, not one time did I hear her say the same thing that you said to her. I understand. I see that you are going through things as well. You're having a hard time. Because Dix for Dollars Jr. only thinks with her cuckoo, and so she's thinking that her next move is to get a man. You got a man, and you got money, so everything should be going great for you. Why are you trying to dump on me? I'm the only one can trauma dump. Don't you get that? If I'm pouring my heart out to you, just listen. That's all I want, Angela and Charles. But Charles, it's just like PORSHA. He ain't got it. Ain't got an emotional bone in his damn body. Ain't got a caring bone in his damn body. Then she said, okay, we'll do it. Then they go, twin, where have you been? Then they go, body to body, skin to skin. I'm never gonna love like this again. You was made for me. And they hug it out. And they chuck up the deuces. And right here is where you know that is over. All over. I tell you, all over. And that's what they both need, because this is a toxic relationship. And sometimes you just gotta know. You gotta know when to hold on. Know when to fold on. Know when to walk away. Know when to run. You better count your money. And with that, I'm going to close. Come on in. Come on in. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell button. You will be notified when I upload a video. We were getting like subscribers here and there. Just like that. And then all of a sudden, y'all stop. Hammer time. We need to pick that back up. Get me back in the algorithm. Like this video. That's all you got to do is like it. And share it for caring purposes. Because you care about me. Because I care about you. As I do when I close, I'm going to chuck them up.